So again, so we did mention 4 different unhelpful thoughts. So catastrophizing was one of them. So instead of, when we realize that we are only thinking of the worst case scenario, instead, try to think of what realistically would happen. So I remember one of the participants said that, you're worried that because you've lost your job, that, that means you can't pay any bills, and that means you'll be homeless, and therefore your whole life has crashed. And, that's a really good example of catastrophizing. And now try to ask yourself, what would realistically happen? Just think, the example here, this will not last forever. And, that's definitely true. These situations that we may find ourselves in are impermanent. They won't be there forever. And just think to yourself, okay, I may find myself maybe stuck in this place right now, but realistically, I could carry on applying for jobs, or I could carry on maybe studying a course that I'm on, and just help myself and support myself so that maybe there's a career that I'm really, really interested in, that I really want to strive to achieve, and keep going for that. And realistically, you will be able to find a career path that's right for you. So the next thing is comparison. So instead of comparing our negatives to other people's positives, remind yourself of your positive attributes. Again, in this example, it's not fair to compare my negatives to others' positives. Everyone is different. And that's really, really true. All of us have different attributes, whether they be positive or negative. And where we may be comparing our negative attribute to someone else's positive attribute, we also need to remind ourselves that that person is also human, and they also have negative attributes just like we do. And we also have positive attributes just like that person does. So definitely remind ourselves not to compare, and just think, what positive attributes do I have? What skills do I have? What experiences do I have? Am I a really kind and caring person? Am I a helpful person? Am I skilled in this area? Etc., etc. So just remind yourself of those positive things about yourself. So the next one is negative filter. So instead of thinking of all the negative things about the situation, try to see the positives of the situation. And again, I know this is not easy. Sometimes when we feel that we are just stuck in a dump, we feel that there's no way of getting out of this, we just need to remind ourselves, what are the positives right now? And perhaps using this as an opportunity to grow, as an opportunity to learn from it, as an opportunity to maybe develop our other skills, or maybe learn new skills, or meet new people. So definitely try to see the positives. And the final one is emotional reasoning. So instead of allowing our emotions, especially when we're in difficult situations, we tend to experience more negative emotions. Instead of allowing our negative emotions to make us negatively judge a situation, just remind yourselves that your feelings do not actually determine reality. So, an example here is, just because I feel this way doesn't mean I can't do it. My feelings are automatic reactions to my thoughts. And again, it's just that gentle reminder that you need to really, really support yourself to challenge those unhelpful thoughts that we were talking about. So these are all ways where you can challenge these. And once you challenge these unhelpful thoughts, it really helps you again to just think of the realistic things of your situation. Look at your situation from a more positive point of view, instead of only thinking of all the negative things of your situation. And along with this, so the next slide, we're actually going to talk about how important it is to have a growth mindset. So there are actually 2 types of mindsets that different people may possess. So one person could have a fixed mindset, and another person could have a growth mindset. So a fixed mindset, so a person with a fixed mindset feels that all your skills, all your attributes are innate, so we're born with them, and therefore you can't change them. And as a result of this, they feel that, well, if you can't change anything, that means that there's no point in even learning new things or trying new things, or there's no point in being motivated to carry on or strive to achieve a certain thing. So as a result, they may see that challenges are something to avoid because you don't have the skills to overcome those challenges. And as a result, there's no point in putting effort in because, you know, all your skills and attributes are innate, so there's nothing you can change about yourself. So as a result, if someone was to give them some constructive criticism or feedback, they would personalize this and think, ugh, that means I'm awful, I'm a terrible person, I'm a failure, I don't have the right skills, etc. So this is why, so a person with a fixed mindset, if they feel like they have been rejected, whether that's through losing a job, whether that's through being made redundant or furloughed, or just applying for jobs and not getting anywhere, a person with a fixed mindset would eventually feel like there's no point in even trying anymore because this is their skill set and that is it. Whereas a person with a growth mindset, they view that our own skills, our abilities, our attributes, these are things that can be learnt and developed. And because of that, they feel that effort is really important, because the more effort you put in and the more time you put into something and practice you put into something, the more you can develop those skills that you have or those abilities that you have. So as a result, they would embrace challenges because they view challenges as an opportunity to learn something. It's an opportunity where you can either use those skills you've learned, or it's an opportunity to develop new skills. And as a result, a person with a growth mindset would view feedback as useful and positive. So they would view any sort of feedback as something where they could say, okay, I did this right, and I didn't do so well in this aspect, but that means I could practice on this aspect more. So that's how they constantly grow. They put in that effort to grow and better themselves. So one of the best ways to cope with rejection is to be able to adopt a growth mindset. So while we may find ourselves in this difficult situation right now, use this experience as a chance to learn how you could improve on yourself. And you know, once you are able to learn and better yourself more, this could actually help you in future, possibly job applications and future career prospects, because once you've learned more about yourself, learned more about how you've improved, this then helps you to think, wow, because I've reflected on these different things, I am now able to maybe apply for this job because I now have an extra skill set. So maybe where possibly you were having doubts about yourself because you thought that you could never find another job, in reality, you probably have a lot more skills and positive attributes than you think. So just reminding ourselves not to doubt ourselves. And it's just really important to have that growth mindset, because motivation, effort, optimism are really, really important. Next slide, please.